Hey guys, what's going on? John Haddock here with William Bethea.
What's up?
Welcome back to Think About Comics. We're back. We've been super busy with work the holidays. Haven't really done anything. We're going to be putting out some videos here. We're going to be doing kind of like a catch-up video here. Then we're going to be doing, I know I'm going to be doing my weekly reads. You'll probably do one of yours.
I'm doing some weekly reads myself.
I'm going to be doing some graphic novel stuff. But let's go ahead and get into some of the stuff that you've been reading. What's on the top of the list?
Top of the list right now, Marauders, issue 2, banger. Yes. So, I want to know what happened to my man, because the Hellfire Club wasn't the Hellfire Club until you saw, what's my man's name? Sebastian Shaw. Sebastian Shaw is the leader of the Hellfire Club. He's always been the leader of the Hellfire Club. I don't know when Emma Frost became this stone cold, hey, I'm gonna wreck shop and you gonna listen to what I do. What? Come on now. And who? They got a head position above him?
Well, I think
that's vacant? What is that?
This book is also like more centered towards like the females.
Yeah.
Like female leadership, which it's not being like thrown down your throat like some of the other stuff that we've seen, in my opinion, at least with this book. Okay. I think they do a great job of establishing Kitty Pryde as the leader. I know in X-Men Gold it just felt bad and it didn't really work. I really enjoy how her character has progressed. Do we see her leading this ragtag group of X-Men?
Yes. But here we go. Okay, so this ragtag group of X-Men, though, we got Iceman, we got Pedro, we got Bishop, and we got Storm. And I'm like, look, okay, this is the crew that's gonna be running up in the different countries and they're stealing mutants. Yeah. I mean, yo, they're gonna be breaking mutants out of jail and stuff. If this gonna be that crew, and the ship is now called the Marauder, now that ain't gonna get a little crazy. The Marauders and Marauder. Yeah, but all right, but I'm just saying,
it's a fun book.
I'm just saying, look, pump the brakes, okay? Let's give my boy Sebastian Shaw his well-due respect, because the Hellfire Club wouldn't be the Hellfire Club without him. And let's start positioning these people right, because I don't remember him being this punk, and she totally punked him out, and I wasn't ready for it.
Well, I will say I think this is the best X-Men title out. Okay, like this is the best X-Men series.
Okay.
I love how this has it feels its own original story. They took some characters that I've always cared about and centered them. I've always liked Kitty Pryde. I think she does a fantastic job in this book. Iceman, Pyro, Bishop's in it now, and this. I think this is going to be the better of the X-Men books. What I do like with the X-Men line is as I hate more of the books than I like. I do like how they've set it up to where each book is its own read. Yeah. You don't need to read all of them. Like, no one book is crossing over into all the other ones. Yeah. It's its own original stuff. So that's Marauders. Great series. Check it out. What's the next one?
Check it out. Absolute Carnage #5.
The finale.
Done deal.
What you think?
I'm in it for the kids. Yo.
That's not weird at all.
Hey, I'm just saying, my boy Venom's with Eddie Brock. Yeah. His son, off the chain.
So what'd you think? Like how it wrapped everything up? I know Null's on his way, obviously, all that stuff.
No, I'm so happy that he on his way. I'm so happy that the decision that had to be made for him to come. Yeah. I was like, look, this is the way it's supposed to be. I enjoyed the titles. The tie-ins were a little off base.
Yeah, I didn't. I liked the Miles Morales one that you were saying. I'll let you say what you hated about that. Yeah. I hated the Lethal Protectors one. Oh yeah. I gave that one issue, dropped it. Yeah. I loved. Was it Separation Anxiety?
Yes.
That one was fantastic. It had that horror aspect feel, like that haunted house thing. Loved it. The Immortal Hulk one was kind of disappointing.
Yeah, I mean, they totally messed up the Hulk. I mean, he had that beautiful scene where he was talking to the rest of the Hulks, and you was like, oh man, you wait till he got to symbiote, wait till he go off, and then Carnage did him like that. It was like, what? Come on, this is Immortal Hulk.
What'd you think of the Miles Morales book? I know that's your guy.
All right, so Miles Morales, I was a little confused because at first it showed him in the first title like, "Hey, I conquered this symbiote. Now I'm gonna go hard after Carnage," and then the next thing you know, he was back to, "Hey, the symbiote is taking me over, and I had to get hit by the blast to get the symbiote off me." That was crazy. I didn't like that. Yeah. I didn't like that at all.
Overall, are you gonna continue reading the Venom series? I know they just came out with a great deluxe edition of Volume 1.
I'm gonna say what
it has like the first 12 issues.
I am going to continue to see Scream because I think that's gonna be interesting.
She just had a #1 come out.
Got that. Go with Scream, and I'm on the null thing, so I'm gonna have to keep up to get checking out.
Because Venom 20 just came out. That was a good read.
Yeah. So.
What's the next one we have?
Justice League 36. Yes. Perpetua. I love her, yo. I love her. She's gangbuster. Hey, look, I told y'all to get in line. This is what she's telling everybody. I told you to get in line. My kids, they was out of line. I told them to get in line. They got in line. Y'all think you need an example? She wiped out a universe, yo.
Yeah.
She wiped out a universe.
I definitely like this book. I know I haven't been on like the Snyder bus that as much as I normally am. But I think with this book, they've done a lot of establishing a great villain.
Yes.
Establishing that, like, hey, look, the heroes haven't had a break at all during it, and everything that they've done has been an interesting story. Like when they went back and saw the old school Justice League guys, that was really cool. When they went to the future, that was even cool. I like the incorporation of a lot of characters that normally don't see a light of day. Starman got a little piece of the pie. Yeah. I'm really, really curious to see what these other issues do. Especially, I know the Action Comics that just came out. They're fighting Luthor. They're going to be dealing with that. At least that's what the cover was. Definitely a fan. Can't wait to see where they go from here. I think that's going to be the problem.
Hey, look, I'm just hoping. I want to see more Perpetua. I want Perpetua to be the end-all, be-all because I feel that this is what the Justice League needs. I think Darkseid is a great villain, but Perpetua is it. I think that's it.
Another thing I do like about this book has given characters like Hawkgirl, Martian Manhunter, characters like that a bigger, I think, platform. I would, because of these books, I think I would be more inclined to go out and check out like a Hawkgirl #1 if it came out. Yeah. Just because of this, I really like how they're developing other characters. Like you don't need to focus on Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman and Flash kind of in those books. Yeah. I would like to see more of like Jon Stewart because Green Lantern, Hal Jordan has his own book where we see him. This is the only book where we're really seeing Jon Stewart. Don't see him as much. He's a great character. I think they need to use him a little more in that book. Do him some justice in the Justice League.
I'm gonna say this. I'm collecting Justice League Dark, Justice League Odyssey. I hope that we just keep some of these Green Lanterns in like a group book because there's a lot of goddamn Green Lanterns.
Yeah, well, they just came out with another one, the Far Sector book.
Yeah, there's a lot of Green Lanterns, a lot of human Green Lanterns. I'm like, good Lord, can we get one of the alien Green Lanterns to get a book? I'd like to know where these other aliens, Green Lanterns, how that world be. Come on.
Alright. Let's go into what's the next one.
Okay, so Batman, Superman, #4, loved it.
What'd you like about it? I know you're obsessed. You love the Batman Who Laughs.
Batman Who Laughs.
I think I've seen too much of them over the past time.
You haven't seen enough. This is the guy. Okay, he has orchestrated everybody going crazy. I mean, from my man Gordon now to Supergirl. I love it.
That was the highlight for me whenever I saw this book. I really enjoyed. Well, I enjoy how they. I shouldn't say this. I enjoyed this book.
Yes.
I feel like the Batman Who Laughs is kind of like I'm starting to see him like we did with Venom. Okay. Like how like Venom first showed up in Spider-Man, then we didn't see him for like a good bit, then he came back. Yeah. But like I feel like every main thing he's a part of, and I'm kind of like, okay, They've already beaten him once. We've seen
barely beat him.
Yeah, but they beat him.
Wait a minute. The Joker had to come in. I mean,
still beat him.
Okay, all right, okay.
And it's just like, how many times have we seen bad versions of these characters before and they've beaten them?
Hey.
I get it. This is the Joker spin evil of these characters.
Yes.
But, Supergirl's still Kryptonite done. Shazam. Get him to say Shazam. Get him to say Shazam. And then cover his mouth. He's done. The Blue Beetle. The Blue Beetle always sucked. When has he ever been like, oh my goodness, character?
He that now.
Yeah, because of this Joker aspect.
Man, you laughs. Okay.
I don't know. I'm gonna keep reading it. I do enjoy it. Like, I know I'm making fun of it, but it's just this is some of the things that I'm just like, oh, okay. But I definitely think that Batman and Superman are just gonna mop the floor with these guys.
Yes, when it comes to that time, but right now, pain.
So what's the next one?
All right. Oh, X title, baby. Excalibur number 2.
I'm done.
No, Apocalypse.
I took this book out to the cleaners. I'm done with it.
Oh no.
I'm no longer reading.
You have to
Excalibur.
read Excalibur.
I've read 1 and 2. I told you I was giving that. I'm done with that one. I'm done with New Mutants. I'm done with, and that's it, right? Yeah. This New Mutants. Oh, and Fallen Angels.
Fallen Angels is great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fallen Angels was rough. You're blinded by the X-Men fandom.
No, I am not blinded by that. A great story writing here. Great story writing. They brought in the Apocalypse.
It's just because of Apocalypse. It's not. It's just, oh my goodness. Like, you can't, like, you have the X-Men. Like, the X-Men have this problem with the humans. They just got invaded. Charles Xavier's dead. And they're playing, they're like LARPing on an island about like, oh, we got to go save her brother. Who cares? You have more problems going on. Like, and what Apocalypse is scheming in like X-Men, this book, and then we don't see him in any other ones. Like, number one, I don't like magic really that at all to begin with. Okay. And it's just like, who cares? Like, why is it like the X-Men? I thought this was going to be like the Justice League Dark, of the X-Men. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's kind of like I'm reading it and I'm just like the highlight for me was when Apocalypse killed all his guys.
Apocalypse killed his own followers. That was so vicious. I love Apocalypse. I do. I was worried that I wasn't gonna get my man, but he is. He is here, baby. And I'm telling you, he kept telling me, I need you to go get your brother.
Oh yeah, that Jubilee stuff was just too. She's so stupid.
I'm my baby. I'm worried. I can't sleep. My baby. I need to go get my baby and go, and then I'll bring him back here in the heat, and then the Apocalypse is here. Oh yeah, you need to go too. And your baby got him. Boom, dragon.
Stupid.
Ready.
Any last things you want to say on this book?
Just want to say, hail Apocalypse.
Speaking of hot garbage, let's talk about 2099 Omega. I said it. 2099. Was this Omega or Alpha? Alpha. Omega is the other piece of crap that's going to come out.
No.
Yes. Have you read this?
No.
Then stop.
Okay.
So this book is. Well, let me just say this. 2099 was never a hard hitter. It was bad in the 90s.
No, it was not.
Yes, it was.
X-Men 2099 was great.
It was bad. What? That was a bad book.
My man had the power to heal in one hand and destroy in the other hand.
You guys see? You see the whatchamacallit, the pattern here with you? If it's X-Men, oh my goodness, it's great. It's great. Yeah, I love X-Men. I love X-Men.
Okay, wait a minute. First of all, I was not an Excalibur fan until now. So the old Excalibur, I would never pick it up. I was like, I couldn't deal with it. This girl had a dragon running around with her.
The problem with this book is this isn't the book that sets it up.
Okay.
So you have a bunch of characters that really nobody cares about. Okay. So this what starts it off is Spider-Man 32 or something.
Yeah.
Now that gives you the piece, and then that tells you, hey, look, this is where it's gonna.
Okay.
All this book does is sell you tie-ins. The Conan 2099, the Punisher 2009, Dune 2099.
Conan's in continuity.
Yes, he is, and so is Angela from Spawn. Who else? Sure. And Fantastic Four 2099. I don't care. like what for me, what got me excited about the 2099 this storyline, regardless that it said 2099, was that it's going to be a Spider-Man centric book. Okay. With this, it takes the Spider-Man out of it. Spider-Man 2099, I think, was the better of all of them. Yeah, he had a good look. It was nice. His couple earlier issues were good, and then it just tanked at the middle. But he's one of those characters that you can go back to. He looks cool.
Yeah, he did.
He has a really good look. Yeah. And that's about it. But this book was made to sell the one shots. Really? Yeah, because it doesn't move the story along. It introduces a lot of characters, and then then you see like, okay, Doom's got the Watcher tied up. And
but the word on the street is this is the future.
But
this is the future. This is Marvel saying this is the future. This is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing this is the future. I'm hearing that this is the future, not that.
Let's hope this isn't like the Terminator. Well, what the Terminator says is true, where like the future isn't set, and that you can change it.
Yeah.
So let's hopefully that they're able to change it. For Marvel's sake. What's the next one?
Mortal Hulk 27.
I know you were telling me some things you heard about this book. What'd you hear about it?
All right, so I heard that my man then went from I want to destroy the whole world to now I want to save it, and the way I'm gonna save it is to crush corporations and smog and save some trees. What's going on with
So this is the thing with this book.
Okay,
it's definitely I think it's changing its tone from the horror aspect that we had in the back. And it's more of like a more hulkier book where him and Banner are trying to get on the same page. There's definitely a lot of Bruce Banner in this book.
Okay.
There's no. The previous issue was more Bruce Banner. This one's got more Hulk into it, which is cool. But it's definitely like what you said. I think what they're gonna do is the Hulk's sitting there saying, "Hey, I'm gonna try and save the planet."
Okay.
Once he realizes that it's unsavable, he's gonna say, I'm doing what I do best. I'm gonna smash everything.
Good deal.
They introduce the Minotaur that you see on the cover. Yeah. He was kind of introduced the last issue, but you see more of what he is in this one. He's like a demon. Yeah. They talk about the elves, all that stuff. So the Hulk's gonna be fighting some demons.
Okay.
That sounds pretty cool to me.
No. I need. You know what I need the Hulk to do?
What's up?
I need the Hulk to be that dude that I saw in the Cosmic Hulk, where the little entities was talking about this thing that just crushing universes.
I think this is the setup to
I need that Hulk, man.
I think this is the setup to bring you into that.
Oh, okay.
I mean, Immortal Hulk's been so good.
Yeah.
It's been such a good read. I'm not just going to be like, one issue bad. Like, it's had such a good... And this wasn't a bad issue. Definitely... It's a new storyline. It's a new story arc. A little bit of a new direction. But I still love how they do Immortal Hulk.
All right.
The last book that we got is...
Amazing Spider-Man 34.
34, not 32. I apologize. This book, what can I say? So this book kind of sets you up into Alpha. It just says that this is the whole problem with the future is that it's going to be a Doom-oriented. We see a Doom assassination attempt. We see him meet up with Miguel, and it's gonna pick up. I mean, I'm gonna follow it. I'm gonna follow the Spider-Man books. I'm not gonna pretty much focus on the Alpha and Omega books that come out. I'm not touching any of the one-shots.
Not touching none.
None of them. Okay. What I think... Well, let me say this. The problem I have with the Amazing Spider-Man book right now is I feel like over time the Spider-Man as a character has digressed.
Yes.
We've seen him go from the billionaire, which was cool, and I get it. It wasn't his company. It was really Doc Ock, so he loses it in the end. But I would have liked to have seen him maintain something, like maybe a smaller version of the company, and he kind of goes down. And I think these big events are hindering it. Like, I liked Hunted.
Okay.
Where they put him on the dome and told him, go at it. Yeah. I liked that storyline. It wasn't really a crossover book. It was, hey, look, this is Amazing Spider-Man. Enjoy it. Okay. That was great. And it set up the new villain where he's got the bugs and stuff, and he knows who Spider-Man is. We keep seeing this guy, but we never see him. And then what halts the progression of the book was the Amazing Absolute Carnage storyline.
Absolute Carnage,
it was good, but we didn't get to see any progression in the Spider-Man story because the books that came out were tie-ins to that. Yeah. And then we get to see what was it? Another story. The other storyline wasn't that good with. My goodness, what was it? where his roommate, the boomerang guy.
Okay.
I like the dynamic where his roommate is a bad guy.
Yeah.
But what threw me off was that they didn't do a good job at like introducing the new villainesses.
Okay.
Like they whooped on them too easy. The Kingpin stuff. They need to get the Spider-Man book. Like this should have been its own thing. This should have been a tie-in with the Alpha. They should have did. Hey, look, we're doing the Amazing Spider-Man 34. This is going to have its own storyline, and we're going to go from there. That's what the Spider-Man series, I think, needs, is to go on its own path and say, hey, look, this is the Spider-Man book. We're going to tell the Spider-Man story. Spider-Man doesn't need to be linked to all these different events. Tell me the Spider-Man story. Because you've shown the villain. Give me the villain already.
Okay.
You hyped him up, and then we don't see him again.
Really?
That's where we're at with Spider-Man.
That's where you at?
Yes.
Okay.
Where are you at with Spider-Man?
No, I'm at with Spider-Man.
Tell me.
If it ain't got to deal with no, I don't care.
That's fair enough.
If it ain't dealing with no, me and Spidey, I don't know what we doing.
All right.
Spidey needs a team. Either Spidey is an Avenger or Spidey get his own boys.
He doesn't need a team. What's made Spider-Man good is he's on his own.
No.
Yes.
There's no more one-man shows. It's over. Over with one-man shows. That's done. You need a team.
But Spider-Man shouldn't be fighting like these big bad guys.
Well, once he got introduced to Venom symbiotes and
he's always fought Venom.
What? This is a new world now. We need you to team up. If you ain't teaming up, you lost.
All right. Do you have anything else that you're reading?
Oh, man. Okay, so Firefly. I am all caught up. Malcolm Reynolds is the man. I'm telling you. Gotta read it. Gotta get into it. Buffy. I was a little hesitant because I'm an Angel guy. Caught up with Angel and Buffy, the Hellmouth series. Awesome. Gotta get it. Chastity. It's a mature book.
That's fine. We're not for kids.
Okay. Hey.
We'll know the whole YouTube thing.
Here's the deal. Chastity, good book. What else am I reading? Farmhand. Really funny. Little creepy. Really funny. Check out Farmhand.
All right, guys. This is John Haddock with William Bethea from Think About Comics. Be sure, keep reading comics and
support your local comic book shop.
All right, guys. See you next time.
Peace.